Okay, welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time here, thanks for coming along. Hit the subscribe button, like the video, leave a couple of comments if you want. Tell us where you're from. Today's video is going to be a little bit different from going to a bike rally. We're going to meet a lady from Australia. She's travelled over to England. Now she's travelling, she's came across Ireland. She's heading up the Wild Atlantic Way. And I'm meeting her at 2 o'clock this afternoon at the Harley Davidson shop. Some rare footage. Chris washing her Indian.
Only mad dogs and Irishmen wash their bike when there's a bit of spit. I got to make sure Kevin, his balls are clean. Something, look at that, whatever I've done to the exhaust pipe there. Alright. I've melted something there, haven't I?
Your waterproofs?
Yeah, mine, yeah. All the bits. All the bits. There's a bit of wear and tear on her now. She's seen some miles. This one. This is a wrap, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, it's starting to, I mean, it's only 10 years old, so it's done well. For a wrap, isn't it?
It sure has.
So one of my headlights didn't work the other day. They were out, and then all of a sudden it came back on again. So I must have hit a big enough bump to fix it. That's my idea of mechanic fixing shit.
Why did you pick the Indian?
Because I liked the brand of it, and I had a design in my head
Yeah.
that only the chief was going to cut, which was this design. And I mean, I rode Harleys for 30 years. I love them. I got a little bit tired of the brand of Harley. But don't get me wrong, they were all fantastic bikes. But it was more about, because I'm more of an artist designer, I'm probably more of one of those than I am a motorbike rider.
Yeah.
You know, I like to play with things and make things look different. And I just wanted to create this sort of Mad Max steampunk equestrian vibe. You know, and I wanted to have a horse saddle, and I wanted old bison fur, and I wanted it to look like it had been in a shed for 100 years, and I was the lucky one to discover it. So I designed it actually for I tried to get I talked to a few spray painters to get this sort of rusted look, and none of them really sort of were that vibed about it.
Yeah.
So then I thought, oh, I'll get a wrap, and that worked really well. She's filthy. The only trouble is, oh, what's this thing? It's a special brush, is it?
Yeah, it's for doing it around the engine and stuff.
Oh, that's a nifty idea. Look at that.
Saves the knuckles.
It certainly does. Oh, look, it gets into places that even my old boyfriends can't get into. Maybe there's a lesson in here for blokes. This is what you need, guys. Oh, I like this. It's like a bit of a fanny tickler, isn't it? I hope Your channel's R-rated, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll have to bleep you out.
Yeah. I won't swear. I'll just allude to being a little bit naughty. It's that Aussie humour, you know. You can't take anything too seriously. Now, if I wanted to do this properly, of course, I'd be rolling it backwards and forwards to look at that.
Yeah, get the tickle stick in there.
Tickle stick. I might take this with me tonight. And it's actually probably good for all those bits of leather too. I like it. See all this stuff. Good job. Look, I've got bits of grass that I've picked up somewhere. Yeah, that's good. I like that. People ask me about how do I keep it clean. I treat it with such disrespect. I just use soap and water, like any bike. The leather can get wet, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter about that, because it's from a dead animal anyway, and they have all had their fair share of rain. And then I just chamois it off, and see, she's getting touched up where she's never been touched up before. Because thanks to Andy and his tickler, we're on fire. I always think that I might find myself a little dead squirrel or something when I'm cleaning. I'll skin that. Well, it's got off all that shit anyway. Away we go. I'm always finding stuff to add to it. Never get behind me because shit falls off, you know, and you might end up with a set of cow horns in your skull. Oh, the sun comes out. Beautiful. I knew the Irish were looking after me. So, there she is. I don't know how I'm going to get this off, but I've got, at home I have this special sort of chrome stuff. Doesn't matter, I don't mind the odd war wound.
Yeah.
It sort of goes with it. I've got to clean Kev up in a minute.
Where's your balls go?
They're on my keys.
Oh, are they?
So I've got to, that's just come off somewhere.
What has?
There a minute ago. It's fallen off.
What's falling off this here?
No, I had a leather thing on that. Like I just cleaned it, it's come off somewhere. It was, no, it's just because I was cleaning around it and I reckon I've knocked it off. It was there. There you go. Oh, look. There you go. I'll just give Kev a clean. So we're going to take them off. His balls are still there because they're always detachable. So I'm just going to give him a bit of a clean. And I've got to find my thing. It was there a minute ago. How strange. So Kev's not normally this filthy. This is a Peruvian shrunken head actually. But I don't think it's real. God, I hope not. I've got my fingers up some bloody shrunken skull's friggin' nugget. That'd be a bit sick, wouldn't it? Better than up his bum. Glad it's his head at the other end. I gave him a bit of a haircut. That'll do. So I just rinse that off and put him back with his balls. gave him a bit of a touch up, just for memory, just for old time's sake, you know. Gave his little boys a touch up. And right, that's what I think I need to do. I've really got to find that thing. It was there. I'm sure it was there. Maybe I'm delusional. Maybe it's fallen off on the ride. But I'm sure when I was washing it, it was there.
But it hasn't tangled around anything.
Maybe not. Anyway. Maybe I've lost it. I'm sure it was there. It's okay, I'll find more shit to put on it. Now, my cleaning my chamois. It's not on this side, it's on this side of the tools. Look at this. She's a fucking professional. Look. This is my tool. On this side I have my tools side, and on that side I have all my wet weather gear. So my luggage is on top, so I have stuff in these that I don't really have to get to that often. And then we just put a bit of white down. See, I know, well see, I've lost my fucking, so things fall off, and I'll have to re-stick him, my horse's head. I've just got to get a good stick. That soup that I was drinking the other day, I went over a bump and it all spilled out over the bike in me. Look at it. Lentil and coconut soup.
Lovely.
So it does make a little bit of a difference. That was the sticker on the boat. I can't get it. I probably need some special solvent to get that off.
Bit of brake or clutch fluid will take that off.
A what?
Brake fluid.
Oh, brake fluid.
Yeah.
That might take off that shit on the chrome, do you think, too?
Yeah. I would say that is your trousers you burnt on the exhaust.
Yeah, my wet weather gear.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll have to look back at some photographs because I don't think there was anything on that cup holder.
Yeah, okay.
At Harley, like.
Okay, yeah, that's a good way to work it out.
Yeah.
It might have fallen off. I'll get another one. I'll have them at the festival I'm going to, I reckon. I'll have all Indian bits and pieces.
Yeah.
I've lost the other side, so there's things I've got to get. See these stirrups here?
Yeah.
They are genuine turn of the century from New Mexico. Genuine wood bent, they're wood and steel.
Very good.
None of this toy stuff, it's the real McCoy here. Do you know the McCoys, Andy?
I do, yeah.
You're at war with them?
The Hatfields and McCoys. How many guns have you? One, two.
2, 3, 1, 4.
4.
There's one I don't put in unless I stop.
Yeah, for the holster here.
Yeah. I'll get it and show you. So now what I do is, that's the gun. This is like a replica. That goes in there. When she's on show. It's highly illegal in Australia to even show a toy gun. I don't know what it's like over here. But yeah, we can't. Anything that resembles a gun is very illegal to showcase like what I do. But I have been pulled over by the police when I've come out of a shower and I've forgotten to take things off. And they look at it. It's just been random breathalyzers. It's like they're not pulling me over, they're pulling a bunch over. And they look at the bike and they look at me and they look back at the bike and they go, just go.
Yeah.
I'm just too much paperwork.
Too much paperwork to sort that out.
That's a coyote head in there. It used to be up there, but it just won't stay. So I've got to find a better way to mount that. Okay, now what I do with the leather now is have a little bit of this, I think. Not much. I'm going to go and get some more. And I just massage it in all the main points, you know.
Do the grandkids go on it?
No.
No.
They go on Wally, my Roadmaster.
Yeah.
This is the most uncomfortable seat. It's rock hard. It's really just for show more than anything. But if there's got some conditioner over in that shop, so I'll have a little wander and got to get some potatoes.
I have some anyway.
Yeah, I don't think it's awesome. I've got to get just rubbing it in. I don't know how much more life this has got into this bike, but it's done me well.
How many miles is on it now?
It'd say about 80 to 90,000 miles, so 100 and something kilometres. But I'm a little bit embarrassed about that because it should be more, because I lost 2 seasons of riding in Australia, one because of COVID,
Yeah.
and one because I broke my right wrist, so I couldn't ride. So it should, in my opinion, be a lot more. Too much. It's just nice to put some conditioning on the leather. I attacked it with a pressure cleaner. I think
Blew
I
it
got a
off.
little bit too overboard, but I pretended that I liked the finish. I thought, shit, I've gone too hard. I ripped the shit out of the saddlebags. I'll use up all of this.
I know it's always developing, but how long did it actually take you to get the bike to look the way you wanted it to look?
Well, I cut a deal with Indian and said, I'll leave Harley, but I'll buy this bike, but you've got to help me make this happen. So I rode the bike for 800 Ks for the first service. So I did that, I just rode a weekend until I clocked up 800 Ks. Took it back to the dealership. I said, right, I want you to take it apart. These parts that's all set up with the wrapper, take the parts to the wrap place, pick them up, put the bike back together. This saddle, it was all had the dock. I bought the docking stuff. It just had to be fabricated a bit to go on. And I said, you guys just have to work it out because I'm no good at that. I've got the ideas, but I don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
And they were great. So I rode out pretty much like, well, now these sort of things I've added because I can do that. But no, this is all old handbag stuff. Old saddle for, old bits for horses. But the main guts of it, when I had to pull it apart for the wrap to be done, the saddle, all that big stuff. These are some mementos from America. And that's her. Put that last bit up there. That's it. That's rubbish. But I will get some more. Conditioning the leather is my main thing.
Yeah.
Not so much keeping it clean. But, I mean, I'm a shit house cleaner, but I need a polish, like to do it properly. And then that really stands out when it's done properly. A lot of people said, oh, she's so clean. I go, no, she's not, but when she's clean, you know it. Alright, that's it, I think. Just kind of got some shit there that I need to do. What do you want to know about? Is there anything here? Story? That belt that goes across the windscreen is a Harley Davidson belt.
It's a Harley Davidson belt.
Yeah. And that's my memento of my Harley days. It's a belt. This used to be on my helmet when I wore open face stuff. Because I went for that full face to get the intercoms in, you know.
Oh yeah.
But I don't use it. I used to have speakers on the bike, but I took it before I left Australia. I took it to the service centre. So I had GPS trackers on it from America and all this stuff that sat GPS trackers, front and rear cameras. There's a lot of wiring under that seat, and I wanted it to be cleaned up in case something went wrong. I didn't want some novice to, including myself, to stuff something up because of all the wiring. And they accidentally also cut my speaker wires.
Right.
So it used to Bluetooth, I had speakers here, Bluetooth to the phone, I could listen to music and stuff along the way. Nothing at high speed, you couldn't hear it over 110 k's. You couldn't hear much, but at low speeds...
Is that your sat nav?
No, that's just a compass that's not really working.
Oh, no.
It's a you know, cosmetic. This is doing my head in. I was sure that was here when I started cleaning. How strange. Anyway, isn't it interesting how I feel better because she's clean?
Yeah.
You know? I feel lighter. I feel more in control. And I've just got to do a bit of repair. I've got to re-stick my horse's head. I've got to think about and look at pictures and see where that's gone. I hear stuff fall off all the time. I go, oh my God, what was that? And sometimes it takes me months to find it. I go, oh, that was that time I heard that noise.
What year is the bike, Chris?
2016.
2016.
Well, I got it in 2017, but the plate, the rego was 260. By the time it's shipped to Australia, everything's a little bit later, you know. It was a black thunder black they called it.
Right.
And I chose black because I've had black bikes, and I know if I got my favourite in the Indian is the Indian red, which is like Wally, my other bike.
Yeah.
If I got this in the Indian red, I probably never would have wanted to change it because I would have liked it. So I deliberately got black, so I wouldn't change my mind. And that's it. Okay, I'll just
Is there a big Indian community in Australia?
Sorry, the Indians?
Community, like is there a lot of Indian bikes?
No, not like Harley.
No?
Indian will never be as popular as Harley. And another reason why I quite like that about it, that there's not many around. I mean, we have the IMRG riding groups, but they're not organised like America. We take our time. We just don't have the population in Australia, you know, it's small, everything's tiny.
And who does the maintenance on the bike for you? Harley or Indian or yourself or?
Not me, whoever I'm sleeping with at the time, I guess. No, Indian look after it for me. This one is Indian look after me. Wally, I just go to more of a local mechanic because I've got a sort of a bit of a partnership with Indian because of the work I do on this bike.
Do you think Indian will ever buy it back off you for a museum?
Oh, there's a couple of museums in Australia that have asked me for it.
Yeah.
When I'm ready for it, yeah, bike museums. And because before I travelled, of course, I do an email to my children.
Yeah.
If I die, it's called If I Die. I mean, I've got a will and everything, but if something was to happen, I just wanted some stuff. I didn't know what to do. I've said to the girls, my girls, well, if something happens over here, the bike can just stay here. No one's going to ship back if it's, I don't know. India will look after it. But in my will, I think I've just said to my 2 daughters, I go, well, get your husbands to work out either how to sell it or talk to Indian. I've given them all the numbers. So that's her. Doing my head in that cup holder. I was sure I was cleaning it and I thought, oh, I'll put some leather on that. Leather cleaner. It wasn't there. That's weird. I'll fix some of those other little things and let it dry a bit.
What do you keep in your handbag?
I had, I'll show you actually. So some spare sunglasses, but I bought this lock. I've got a key. And the first night I locked it up when I got to London, in Oxford. You know how they work.
Yeah.
And in the morning I went to unlock it and the whole barrel came out.
Mm.
And do you think I could get it undone? It took me half an hour. I was nearly crying because, you know, you can't. So I don't know whether to throw it or show somebody. So I haven't used it since because I'm afraid that I'll get
Just need a bar. Is it not working now?
Well, I don't know. I'll show you. I've got the keys in here. So I'll take mine. It's just a handy thing to throw things in.
I have one that's got an alarm on it.
Oh, one of these have got an alarm.
It's got an alarm. If anybody was to open that bag, the alarm goes off.
Oh. Sounds alright. Probably won't do it now that I'm showing you. It was. Oh, see how this comes out?
Yeah.
But I'm on my knees.
Yeah, but if you hold your finger on it.
Yeah, but it won't, see?
Oh, it's not taking this piece out.
Yeah,
It's
so
broke
I'm just
inside.
not going to use it because, you know, as I said, it was so, I became so anxious that I couldn't undo it and I had times to keep and I'm thinking, what am I going to do? Do I call someone with an
angle grinder?
Some sort of grinder. But again, I was in the middle of the country. You know, not so easy. Okay, well there she is. Can't believe I've washed a bike in the rain. That would never happen in Australia, let me tell you.
Give me one end of it.